It'd be like for the brain to be developed infinitely. This man solves difficult math problems with his left hand. Right hand draws Leonardo da Vinci. That's amazing. And his brain is only 50% developed. His name is Brian. At 28 years old, he's still a loser with nothing to show for it. No musical talent, but he wanted to be a musician. And his best buddy quit. The band became his own. Everyone else is getting better and better, but he lives more and more garbage. His girlfriend abandoned him mercilessly. Even his family despised him, and he was not ashamed of it. He even asked his family for money to distribute the album. Dad was finally pissed off. He was hospitalized. Even his father hated him. At this moment, Brian finally decided to change. He got a temp job at the bank organizing files. 22,000 files in 2 weeks. If you can't finish, you're out. But within 3 minutes, he couldn't do it again. That's when he runs into an old acquaintance, his best buddy Eli. Eli quit the band and became a successful banker. Seeing how badly he was doing, Elon handed him a small transparent pill. If he swallowed it, he could change his life. Brian was half convinced. The temptation was too great for an invalid. He took the pill and swallowed it slowly. The whole world became a different place. It was as if he had been open to the 2 channels. Every single brain cell was completely mobilized. Brian's brain was instantly developed. The brain circuit became transparent. Any subtle sound was clearly discernible. 2 weeks worth of work in less than 2 hours. The female manager was amazed when she saw it. It was unbelievable. And that's when Brian told her to break up with Teddy. Teddy? How did this man know her boyfriend's name? She doesn't. Her little secret with her boyfriend. This man heard it all. Brian told her that with the credit she got for this, you'll be promoted to vice president soon. You'll get your MBA after 6 months of service. Get the job you want. Meet a better man. The manageress was in awe. She wanted to study MBA, even her boyfriend didn't know. And this man in front of her, just by the fact that she filled out the application for her ex, he could see through her heart. She was unconsciously persuaded. In less than half an hour, under the effect of the magic pill, he had finished learning most of the medical books. His medical knowledge is more profound than that of a decades-old expert. Chinese research and analysis of 18 generations of ancestors. He figured out what was wrong with his father. Hemochromatosis, an intergenerational family genetic disease. Dad couldn't take it anymore. He thought Brian was crazy. Even the doctors couldn't find the cause. A loser. Knew what? Brian didn't know how to explain. He insisted that his father go back to check. And sure enough, after some tests, the disease was confirmed. It was exactly what he said it was. But then a new problem arose. He needed a new liver if he wanted to be treated. He needed a new miracle pill to transform this loser. He had no musical talent at all. Instantly became a top musician. He didn't know how to play chess, but became a chess master. In less than half an hour, he finished studying medical texts till even doctors cannot see the difficult disease. Unfortunately, the effect of the miracle medicine only lasted 12 hours. Now he needs a new pill to save his dad. Brian found his best buddy's house, only to find to his horror that his best buddy was dead. The magic pill is gone. It's murder. The killer is also after the pill. Knowing his best buddy, he smashed the guitar and found a spare piece of the elixir. Just then the police arrived. Brian rushed to the balcony and swallowed the pill. The drug took effect. He instantly felt the strength of every muscle. He leapt off the balcony with ease. He could never have imagined that one day he would be able to do the same. The police were in hot pursuit. Brian ran all the way to the crazy calculations. 3 diverging paths. 3 possibilities. Take the left through Plaza Park. There are twice as many cops there as anywhere else. Take the middle road. Crossing the road is likely to be hit by cars. The only way to go is right. He'd done a lot of calculations, but he had missed a female agent who wasn't supposed to be there. Brian didn't hesitate to leap off the track. The train was coming at him, and the woman was terrified. But Brian didn't panic at all. Through the triangle mechanics of the attack, he had already calculated exactly where the train would stop, and it was exactly as he had calculated. Brian quickly got into the bottom of the train. He managed to escape. A bunch of cops couldn't catch a single person. The female boss immediately judged that he had taken the magic pill. The miracle drug can develop the brain instantly, but the side effects are particularly strong. Anyone who took this miracle drug will die of exhaustion within a year. The 12-hour limit was about to expire. Brian quickly looked at the bank's files and identified 2 other people who were using the drug. However, when he arrived at the residence of one of them, he was shocked to find that this man was also dead. 2 of the 3 were dead. The killer was killing for the elixir. But he couldn't think anymore. Once the drug wore off, the side effects began to appear. Brian was throwing up and having diarrhea. It was worse than a hangover. To prove his innocence, Brian needed a new miracle drug. He found the only survivor. He begged him to give him a magic pill. The man had heard Eli mention Brian. He believes Brian is not the killer. Promises to give Brian a magic pill. But then he walks into the man's house. Brian noticed something was wrong. All the objects in the house were perfectly symmetrical. Only this tree was taller than the one on the left. Brian lifted it up. Underneath the tree was the box Eli wanted. The man who killed Eli is the real killer. Never seen such an arrogant robber. He walks up to the bank guard with a smile on his face. He asks him if he's seen the pickpocketing instructional video. The fat security guard did not want to pay attention to him. The next second his gun was stolen by the man. The man raises his gun and tells everyone to stay calm. He was going to rob the bank. He also arrogantly asked the female employee to set off the alarm.
Want me to hit the alarm?
In all the years women have worked, have never seen such a crazy robber. The man did this for the sole purpose of attracting the police, because just a few hours ago, he found the real killer. The killer, Carl, wanted to kill him. He escaped. The pillbox was empty. The elixir had already been taken by the killer. By looking at the box, Brian had a perfect picture in his mind of what had happened. The pill stained red with blood. If he found it, he could prove the identity of the killer. He had to do it alone. The reason why he chose this bank, because Carl kept a safe deposit box in the bank. Open the safe deposit box. One of the watches caught Brian's attention. Sure enough, it was filled with miracle pills. A few of the pills had a particularly striking color. It was Eli's blood. Brian's suspicions were cleared. The real killer was finally caught, but the police weren't ready to let Brian off the hook. Through a scan of Brian's brain, the female supervisor was even more shocked to find Brian was immune to miracle drugs. This is an unprecedented discovery. The supervisor wanted to use Brian for research. The female agent strongly disagreed. With his immunity to miracle drugs, Brian will be the smartest man in the world. This is the most powerful resource ever. The female agent asked Brian to join the police, but Brian said no.
Not unless you can get my father your liver.
How dare you? In the end, the female boss had to compromise. Brian's father's liver was replaced by the police. Even though Brian didn't say anything, Dad knew it was all thanks to his son. The female agent had told him everything. At this moment, his son became his father's pride and joy. A nobody's punk. Transformed by a miracle drug, he joined the police force against all odds. He was about to become the hero of the city to fight against evil. But no one would have thought this is actually a conspiracy. It turns out that long before the real killer was caught, the mystery man had captured Brian. The reason why Brian was immune to the miracle drug without side effects, it was because the mystery man gave him the immunity potion. The mystery man gave him two choices: either work for him, become a big shot, or die a slow, painful death. No doubt about it. Brian chose the